seems like every single week there is a new app or software that you need to install and test out for your real estate business, that you just end up installing and uninstalling a bunch of useless apps. Or maybe you're primitive, right? And you still deal with the handy dandy pen and paper. Well, in this video, I'm just going to be essentially just showing you a couple apps and softwares that I've used myself, and some of my agents have recommended that I actually use and recommend to some of my other clients to actually test out and just make their life a whole lot less stressful. So the first one is Canva. And now Canva is what you're going to be using to beautify your social media images that you post, so your social media posts. Because from my experience, and keep in mind this is my experience, right? Just the agents I've seen who post online, like social media posts of properties or just a normal marketing poster, they're just really bad. Like really bad images. Like they gave it to their 6th grader niece or nephew and was like, hey, you're good at these computer things, make something for me, right? So Canva is what you want to be using to essentially just beautify your social media posts. Essentially, that's what I've been using. Actually, that's what I started off with, creating my YouTube banners. That's what I started off with, using Canva before moving on and actually using Photoshop, which is slightly more complex. Now, number 2 is Notion. And I've been using Notion for quite a while now, just over 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, it's maybe like 1.5 years or something like that. It's just a place where I use to manage my notes and ideas. But a great add-on you can do to put on top of that is use it to create a basic relationship CRM, a simple Notion CRM, right? And there are a ton of YouTube videos. Literally just Google Notion relationship CRM or like Notion lead CRM, and you'll probably get a template that you can copy and paste into your Notion account, right? And it'll just help you essentially just keep you organized. That way you can literally have everything in place, each lead, instead of having them on, oh shit, I have to turn to like page 25 to see what Joy is doing. You can literally just open up your phone, search Joy, and then you have that lead, Joy, there, for example, right? A prospect. Third thing is ClickUp/Asana. And this is great for 2 things: project management and also creating out SOPs. Now, you create out SOPs if you already had like team members and stuff within your real estate business. And second thing that I talked about was project management. That's just essentially tracking everything on your schedule, and also understanding the basic fact that if it's not tracked, it can't really be measured, right? Because at the very least, from my own experience, I've met agents who they just handle everything on notes, and they say, hey Bong, I actually keep a stack of notebooks in my car. I even keep a stack of notebooks in my office. And it's like, okay, cool, you're doing that. But then if I ask you what your business's numbers are, you're like, oh, Bongi, I'm not really sure. I'd have to think of that. Or, oh, Bongi, I lost the page. It's like, well, if you kept it tracked, you'd know where the issues are, or at the very least where the bottlenecks in your business are. Because if you're able to track it and measure it, you'll know which KPIs you actually need to tweak. Like, for example, maybe you don't have an issue with your lead quality. Maybe the issue is in the volume of leads you're generating. Maybe you don't have an issue with generating appointments. Your issue is closing appointments. And the only way you'd have to know those sort of things is if you are tracking it and measuring it, right? Third thing is jumping on top of what we were talking about, the booking appointments. A great way to book appointments that I've seen work for myself. This is what I started out using. I even started out getting my clients to use this before we created our own like software, which is Calendly. Now, Calendly is a great way to actually book meetings. So instead of hopping on WhatsApp and booking a meeting that way and typing a message like, hey, meet you at 12 p.m. at your home in such and such address. Like, you can literally say, hey, I'll meet you at 12 o'clock at your home at such and such place at this time, and then book it into Calendly. You're essentially decreasing the amount of no-shows that you're going to get, right? Because then you can actually have it set up in Calendly to actually just send out email reminders or calendar reminders to the invitee, which would be the prospect / your lead or client, so that they can also remember to actually show up, or they can remember that, hey, I'm gonna meet Bob the realtor Sunday at 12 p.m. so I best be prepared, right? And any other details you'd want to add inside of that meeting that you'd book. For example, hey, what you want to do is it gives you like a calendar link. Now that link to that calendar for people to like book an appointment on it, you want to put it everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. You want to put it on your WhatsApp bio, which probably people would have to like manually type it out. I don't think you can like copy and paste, but anyway, I digress. You want to put it on all your social media bios and even on your e-signatures. Now, e-signatures, we'll talk about them later, or e-contact card apps, talk about that later. But you want to put that in your email signatures, in your e-signature, in your digital business card. If you have a digital business card, did I mention social media pages? You want to have that link everywhere, right? And then to make sure you're not just getting any willy-nilly person booking an appointment and booking fake details, you want to also add some questions that a person has to answer in order to just pre-qualify them a little bit further. For example, hey, what's your address? Hey, what are you looking to buy or sell? Hey, why are you looking to buy or sell, right? Just asking some basic questions just to make sure that, hey, this is a real person. And now the next part is, and I stopped numbering them because I don't know what number we're on, but the next part is PandaDoc. And now PandaDoc is a contract or agreement in digital form for a person or your contact, lead, client, whatever it may be, to digitally sign the agreement or the contract. We'll just call it an agreement, right? The reason why this is so incredible is, instead of having to go through the back and forth of you sending out and the contract to them and then them telling them, hey, make sure you put your initials in every single page, put your initials at the bottom, and also make sure you sign here, 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 and here. And then after that, make sure you scan it. And after scanning it, make sure you email it to me so that I can print it, sign it as well, initialize every single page, scan it, and then email it back to you, right? It's like, that is a process, and that is tedious. And that's why most of your people most likely aren't actually sometimes not even filling out the contracts. And keep in mind, I'm just saying this from experience and from what my own clients have seen, right? For example, for all I know, it works for you. For all I know, giving out physical agreements works for you, right? I'm just telling you what we've seen work for our own clients, right? So test it out. Like, at the very least, this is how I suggest you test it out. If you can't get the person to sign the physical agreement in person with you, like you guys are in the same building, get them to sign it, then at the very least, get PandaDoc and then get them to sign it digitally, and just send them like an email with the link. They just click the link, open up the form, they can initialize every single page, sign wherever needs to be signed, and it's that simple. There's no need to print, scan, sign, print, scan, sign. So let's move on to the next one, right? The next one jumps on to what I was talking about earlier in the video, which is the e-contact card. And this is HiHello, if I'm not mistaken, HiHello. E-contact card, and this was actually something that was brought to me by one of my clients, and I really thought, what would what would the use of this really be? Till I ended up using it with my phone's NFC tag. Now, granted, not everybody uses like the NFC tag for their phone to like, save their contact details on this. But a way you can use it, for example, is get the app, eContact Card, and it essentially fills out your details, right? So you can put in inside of the app, you can put in your details such as your office address, your email, your phone number, your full name, your nickname, the area you service, and all your social media pages, and most importantly, your Calendly link. You see, I always bring it back. It's like an ecosystem, but even your Calendly link, right? And then when someone says, hey, can you send me your phone number, send me your contact details, I'll call you later, you just literally send them over that. It's a .vcf file, but I'll just call it a link. It's actually not a link. It's like a little file thing. But then you'll send it over to them. It's like a very, 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 it's like 1 KBs, right? But I don't want to confuse you. So we'll just call it a link. You send over the link to them. They click the link, and then it'll automatically save your details. Of course, they have to click like the save button. When they open the thing, they'll have to click save. But then it'll save all of those details onto their phone. Right, it'll save your full name, your office address, your email, your phone number, your Calendly link, and all of your social media pages as well. Right, so HiHello, also free. Zapier /Make, and the reason why I say Zapier /Make is because it's two different softwares that do pretty much the same thing. And what we use is Make. So it was called Integromat, but now it's called Make, in case you want to search on YouTube or something how to actually automate these things. Because I have a YouTube video that you can check out, probably put it up here. I might not even end up putting it up there, but you'll find it in the bottom, or like search on my channel how to automate your real estate business, and it'll pop up showing you some examples of how you can use this. But you're going to be using these two softwares, for example, essentially just automating your business. And those are all the apps. So please download them, create an account on them, log in, try it out, and you let me know in the comment section below, like in a week or something, if they worked for you or if they didn't. If you liked the video, hit the like button, and yeah, share this video to any other real estate agent who you think would enjoy this video. More importantly, would enjoy the amount of hours saved through using these apps. I'll see you in the next video. This one right here next to me, I picked it out specifically because I feel like this right here is a great segue from what we were just talking about right now. Cheers.